Hello guys, welcome to another stream. I just want to keep this quite quick, guys. We have a very big week coming up next week. So we have had, in fact, let me just give you a quick recap, right? We'll go through this, have a little look. So what I want to highlight this week, it's not really been great, actually. That's kind of the key takeaway here. As we see, so yes, we had obviously issues with companies like BlockFi, for example, and they're also prepared for heavy losses. This has not been good. We also then see Bitcoin did have a bit of a pump, but obviously on Friday there was a small dump from that Friday. It was because of the jobs report news. But what do we want to look out for this week coming? So there's a lot of fear in the market. This is another headline from a very reputable company, which obviously lots of investors read. So they're going to get a lot of eyeballs on this. And this is just a lot of FUD that was not really what we want to see in the crypto market. This is basically investors in BlockFi say, look, that's fine. We know that we're going to lose some money. What else do we have coming up for this week? This is what you need to know, guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, like the video and put the bell notifications on for the rest of the bits of, or the rest of the videos we're going to be doing this week to keep you up to date. So Putin is set to halt gas, and Germany fears it's not coming back. So, I mean, like, I don't think that there's suddenly a need to do maintenance work, but it is actually going to be shut down and by Russia. And so this is through Nord Stream 1, which is a pipeline. They actually made Nord Stream 2 to increase the amount of gas that comes out of Russia. But that's since been put on hold. I don't know why. Don't know what Russia have done wrong recently. But yes, overall, looking at the sentiment from the German guys, it's like, are you worried? Yes, we're very worried. So it's supposed to be closed off by the Russians for some maintenance on Monday. But everyone is like, okay, well, perhaps Vladimir Putin is just using this as a way to threaten Europe. So that's going to be another kind of massive issue. We're seeing Biden is now on a quest to go and get Saudi oil. Obviously seemed to, well, the media are kind of not happy about how he's like, right, let's forget about the whole, anything that you've done wrong recently for your morals or, whatever, with a reporter a couple of years back. So that's getting a bit of kickback. But there is, I guess everyone's trying to secure their energy future. So with this weighing heavy on pretty much all investors' minds, we see here energy crisis, inflation, and weaker euro. Obviously, the euro is going to get a lot weaker if they don't have any, don't have any gas. That's going to put a lot of doubt into the markets. But what are people doing? So nobody really knows. So what it is that people are looking for is to look at the corporate earnings worldwide. And that's because, I mean, this is just a little side note, $18 trillion in value wiped out. Ooh, see you later. That's not good at all. But Wall Street analysts appear to believe companies are largely in a strong position to pass on higher costs to consumers. But strategists, more cautious after getting their forecast for 2022 wrong so far, aren't convinced. So, I mean, I don't know, guys. Do you think that we're going to see any, higher cost of production, just companies increasing their price of stuff that you buy them for? That's, it will work for a lot of industries, but not all of them. So what people are looking at is that we have had, this inversion of the yield curve. As you can see, guys, whenever we have this inversion, there is always historically, a lot of the time, there has been a recession that follows very soon after. And again, we can use this because this is a good way to see what people are currently thinking. Q4 is going to be brutal. Don't think anyone's expecting a soft landing. And that's the thing. I think we all know that the Fed, well, we feel as though the Fed don't really know what to expect. So I think, we're going to see Q3 be quite severe for us. I've always said I think we might have a little bit of pump towards the end of the year, but I think things are going to get worse before they get better. And so this is what everybody has been looking at again this week. But then, okay, what is earnings? So this is something that I want everybody to just become aware of. Each quarter, a company will report its earnings. So say, look, last quarter we earned X amount. So at the moment, it's going to be kicking off with a lot of the banking sector. That's on Friday. So this is going to then, a lot of investors will probably be focusing on these type of moves as opposed to things like Bitcoin. But that's not to say that Bitcoin won't see any value, because it will. But so we got the likes of JP Morgan, Citibank, Wells Fargo, for example. I mean, Delta, the airline, PepsiCo. So this is where this is kind of the beginning of earnings season. So, like I said, this is going to take a lot of the vision off of company or off of cryptos and onto these types of companies. That's going to be pretty much at the forefront of everybody's focus, only second to this. So this is the economic calendar for the next 7 days. Kind of some news from China. Well, so this was actually this is that was yesterday. This is for Monday. And so then towards the end of the week, the key thing we all want to be looking at, guys, is this. We have our core inflation rate. So everyone's obviously always talking about inflation. We've anticipated that inflation is going to get worse before it gets better. So we don't quite know. This is obviously going to have a massive effect on the crypto market. And again, we're looking at having in 2 weeks, the federal rate decision. So this is increase in interest rates yet again. There's been a bit of a movement. This is why I wanted to highlight this, guys, is that the previous week's probability of having a 75 basis point hike was 86%. Now it's 93, or 92.4. So I think the market is now pricing in a higher level of an interest rate hike. Plus also, we're going to have this kind of key bit of news as to okay, what's going to happen from here onwards. And this, I would expect this to change depending on what we get here, because we're going to get the inflation rate, and then 2 weeks later we're going to get the hike. So we'll find out exactly what the hike will be, which again is going to move the market. So overall, guys, just looking at the crypto sector, we're going to have a bit of sideways movement, not really too much going on. Let me see it's not going to dump, it's going to pump, and you are the worst trader. All right, sweet. I mean, I hope that it does pump. Everyone wants it to pump, but, I think there's too much news that, there's not going to be mad amounts of investment in the days prior to such massive, I guess, bits of information, of inflation, of what the Fed rate monitor, this is going to come up, and also everyone wondering about what's happening with pretty much the whole European economy. Now, that's what I say. It's good to be a bull. I like being a bull, but you can't always be a bull, unfortunately. But anyway, that is everything from me, guys. Just wanted to drop you with that. Tomorrow we'll be back to normal with my friend AJ, and hopefully I will feel a little bit better. But thank you very much, guys. Take care. See you tomorrow. Also, like the video, and also drop some comments if it is you want us to look into anything specifically, or why it is you think that something might pump or dump, and then we can investigate it and bring you everything there. Thanks for joining. See you later.